Welcome to Jaguar64. I am your host, Todd Manus, and this is my co-host,
Matt Sessions. And today on Jaguar64, we're going to be talking all things video games, movies, old and new, tech, and generally all things awesome.
First off, Matt is going to be talking about Dead Space 3. Matt?
Yes, it's the conclusion to the EA's blockbuster franchise. In this one, engineer Isaac Clarke has returned home to the moon after destroying one of the alien markers that's created the nightmare of Dead Space 1 and 2. But he gets recruited by a band of the last renegades of EarthGov soldiers who wants to stop the marker's virus for good. This time around, they focused more on Isaac Clarke being an engineer. You'll be able to create your own guns and tailor them to whatever needs you have. The necromorphs, the monsters that crawl through the ventilation ducts, they'll still pop out in any direction. They can appear at any time, and they will rip Isaac Clarke to shreds any chance they get. This is a pretty unique, given that the last two games have been the same weapons given to you at different points of the game. Thus, theoretically, you can create any type of weapon in any number of possibilities from the very beginning. In theory, what actually ends up happening is you get very weak pieces at the beginning and the best pieces at the end, creating this massive weapon that you never need any other alternatives from. You just use one or two for the entire remainder of the game. You reach that point about halfway through. This is a serious problem for Dead Space because the atmosphere is supposed to be a survival horror game. What ends up happening is you use the same ammo for every one of your guns. You have almost 1,000 rounds of ammunition in your inventory at any time. You have 12 med packs with you, so you're not scared of dying at the drop of a hat. What ends up happening is you know where the enemies are coming because as soon as you hear a sound, they are in front of you. They're not running around behind you. They're not phantom noises. They're just there. You shoot, you kill, you move on. To make matters worse, the first game was scary because you were alone in an empty ship surrounded by monsters. It was a psychological fear of not knowing when the next monster was going to appear. What happens now is you have every bit of damage at your disposal, plus a co-op buddy to watch your back. What they've done is taken a fantastically orchestrated horror survivor franchise and turned it into a generic action game. And this makes matters worse that these aren't just monsters with blades coming after you. These are monsters with guns. These are people with guns chasing you around. Let me be clear, Isaac Clarke is an engineer. He repairs ships for a living. He's not a soldier. He should not be able to withstand the stuff that he does. It goes against what the entire series is made about. It's made for a person who is where he does not belong but manages to survive, not someone who goes in to kill anything that moves. The worst part is that it's not even scary. Take your massive arsenal, take your large stockpile of medicine, and add in there's no psychological fear, there's no instances of pure terror like you would find in some of the classic scenes like the nursery or the memory implantation into his eye that you'd find in Dead Space 2. it's just generic. And this is why I would say to skip Dead Space 3. Sure, it's $40, but that is a $40 waste. You're much better off just reading the story and knowing the conclusion off of Wikipedia, and going back and replaying Dead Space 2 again. It's only $20 in your used game retailers, and you have much more fun. You'll be scared out of your pants. Plus, there is a multiplayer, which they took out of Dead Space 3 for who knows why. This is a multiplayer that includes necromorphs versus soldiers. It was beautifully done. There's nothing like it in any other gaming franchise. Why they chose to take it out, I do not know. That is my honest opinion. Skip 3, go back to 2. Todd?
And thanks, Matt. Well, I went and saw Man of Steel last week, and all I gotta say is the first 5 minutes of that movie was better than the whole movie of Superman Returns, because it starts out, the origins of Superman. If you don't know, I'm not going to spoil it for you. You have to go see the movie yourself. But it starts out, for all you Superman fans, for kind of what you would think it'd be. The ending has been controversial among some of the deeper Superman fans, but one Superman fan I know said that the ending does in fact happen in some old comic book 20 years ago. But besides that, it was pretty good. The fighting was top notch. I was told from the same guy who's watched it like 10 times now, to see it in 2D instead of 3D, because apparently 3D, some of the scenes are kind of dark and you can't see quite what's going on, but it is better in 2D. And the fight scene, all I gotta say, for all of you who have ever seen Dragon Ball Z out there, I will say this, that some of it reminded me of that, and I'm pretty sure you'll be thinking of the same thing. So I give it however many, 3 robot heads out of 3 robot heads. I don't know. For a Superman movie,
All right.
it's got to be, or for a Superman movie, it's probably the best that's been in, I don't know, since I've been alive.
Goodbye, my son. Our hopes and dreams travel with you.
He'll be an outcast. I'll kill him.
How? He'll be a god to them. What if a child dreamed of becoming something other than what society had intended? What if a child aspired to something greater?
My son was in the bus. He saw what Clark did.
You're the answer, son. You're the answer to are we alone in the universe?
Can I just keep pretending I'm your son?
You are my son. And I have to believe that you were sent here for a reason. And even if it takes the rest of your life, you owe it to yourself to find out what that reason is.
How do you find someone who has spent a lifetime covering his tracks? For some, he was a guardian angel. For others, a ghost who never quite fit in.
You will give the people of Earth an ideal to strive towards. They will race behind you. They will stumble. They will fall. But in time, they will join you in the sun. In time, you will help them accomplish wonders.
your son is safe?
I will find him!
My father believed if the world found out who I really was, they'd reject me. He was convinced that the world wasn't ready. What do you think?
What's the S stand for?
It's not an S. On my world, it means hope.
Well, here it's an S. How about...
Excuse me.
When it seems like all is lost. When it feels as if you have no hope. When you are outnumbered, overpowered, and they've got you cornered. That's when you realize your last best hope is you. Halo, Combat Evolved, rated M for mature.
And in entertainment news, or I should say turtle news, William Fichtner has been confirmed to play the Shredder in the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. If you don't know who this guy is, he was the guy who got killed by the Joker in the first 5 minutes of the Dark Knight movie. He was also in The Longest Yard. He was one of the, what's the word? Foreman? Okay, but Matt, do you have any opinions on that? Got to quit clicking the pin here.
Well, I only slightly know who this guy is. All I know is that's going to be a great movie or it's going to be an awful movie. My money is on great. I'm going to be seeing it.
See, when I was half asleep this morning and I saw this name, I thought it said William Shatner, and I thought that...
there is still time.
Yeah, he could play Splinter. I don't know. Just kidding. That'd be terrible. But anyways, that's really all the news that I know of or we know of. I'm sorry, in the entertainment world. Is that confirmed, Matt? Do you know anything else?
I got nothing, boss.
All right. Well, we're going to cut to another commercial.
We get the best of both worlds. The fastest reflexes modern technology has to offer, onboard computer-assisted memory, and a lifetime of on-the-street law enforcement programming. It is my great pleasure to present to you RoboCop.
This guy's really good.
He's not a guy, he's a machine.
Old Detroit has a cancer. Cancer is crime.
Let the woman go. You are under arrest.
You better back up, pal!
Your move, creep.
What are your prime directives?
You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney.
What is this shit?
Anything you say may be used against you.
He's a cyborg, you idiot! We recorded every word you said.
You did. We killed you.
His memory's admissible as evidence. You're gonna have to kill it. Get out of the car, for God's sake!
RoboCop, the future of law enforcement.
All right, and we're back. And correction, the word is not foreman. From our people backstage, they say that the word is actually, in fact, warden. Yeah, this is just the pilot episode to try to get rid of some butterflies that I myself have and my co-host has.
Speak for yourself, buddy.
But we digress. The show that we're trying to do is going to hopefully be entertaining and not put people to sleep. And it will involve, and if it does put you to sleep, I'll try to make sure that it's on around 11:30 for all you college people. That way you'll sleep to something good at least.
What self-respecting college student goes to sleep at 11:30?
I know, right? I'm usually going to bed at like 3 o'clock, but that's beside the point. The show, hopefully we will be able to get not just reviews of games that are in the past 2 or 3 months, but maybe we can do something older, maybe the Atari, or I don't know if it has the plugins to get the footage from, because, well, they don't make those, and HD TVs do not have them, but actually they do, they're coax cables. Cut that. But the show is going to hopefully be about 80s movies. We're going to try to review them the best we can, our honest opinions, and if you don't like it, then, well, let us know. We won't change anything, but let us know, and you can comment it, because hopefully this will be on YouTube. As I'm speaking this, it'll be on there, and as we're, you'll be looking at us, and you can comment in the comments section. That's what I'm hoping for. If not, then you can just skip it.
We'll make this whole thing a discussion. If you want to see something, if you want us to cover a game or a certain movie that you think is worthy of the awesome stamp, let us know. I mean, at the end of the night, it's you guys who decide what gets shown on the TV. So, let us know.
Or if we have it. If we don't have it, then it may not get shown on here. But
hey,
because we
know people. We know people. We could probably find it.
I'm clicking this pin. And but yeah, this is the pilot episode. So we're trying to because I am trying to make sure that there's a certain amount of time that goes in, so it does not screw anything up on the rest of the scheduling. What?
Well, all I can say is, I think we can do much more than just simply time. I think we can...
He knows it. He knows it.
We can show a lot more. We can do skits. We can do interviews. It's up to you guys. What do you like? We're just 2 people. We only have 2 people ideas. Yeah, count them 2.
And this robot head.
2.5. So if we put all our heads together, we're going to make one kick-butt show. So leave a comment. Send a message via Facebook. Get in contact.
Oh, we were also, like, my shirt, I'm just thinking about this because I saw it reflecting off the TV broadcast over there. We will be talking also about comic books at some point. I have not read the ones that I have bought, so we have not, I have not able to talk about those. But we will also talk about shows in general. But just keep in mind, this is the first episode, so hopefully there will be more, and we will be in different places, hopefully, maybe. Besides, wherever we're at right now, I don't know. This is a green screen, so I don't know where we're at. But hopefully it will be better. So until next time, enjoy whatever the heck it is you're doing, because we will. See you later. Bye.
What the? Films.
Well, I think there's a shortcut up here. You want to go that way?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Are you sure that was shortcut? Sure, one thing. Okay. Dead end. Well, I'm sorry. I thought it was going through. Think we should turn back? Did you hear something?
So how much did you say you got that gun from Uncle Dan?
$150.
That's a steal,
Sweet.
man.
Yeah, it was pretty good. 1946.
Huh. Well, I gotta pee, so I'm gonna go over here. Who brought the ammo?
I didn't. I forgot it, man.
Not me.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's a little messy, though.
What the?
You son of a... What the...
Films.